Hello guys, welcome back to our anime explainer. Guys, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Today is explanation of upcoming episode of Swallowed Star 2, Land of Origin based on novel. So let's start. The Sha Kingdom, Luyin City, within a colossal cave mansion measuring hundreds of millions of kilometers, lies the stronghold of a sect called the Heart Shadow Sect. A three-eyed man draped in a grey robe sat on the mountaintop, his three eyes gazing into the vast night sky, yet feeling somewhat lost inside. The land of origin is boundless and endless, but there's no place for my Heart Shadow Sect to take root. The three-eyed man sighed silently. All the grand states and many powerful forces have long taken up every piece of land. Even the most marginal and dangerous areas are occupied by those ancient natives of the land of origin. Our Heart Shadow Sect only needs a large city to establish a stronghold in. But within a state, every primal chaos prefecture has its master. How can they possibly just give us a large city? The three-eyed man felt pretty helpless. The foundation of a sect relies on the primal chaos ruins. Only near the primal chaos ruins does the sect disciples have a sliver of hope in becoming primal chaos realm. Otherwise, there's no hope at all. Moreover, the large number of disciples in the sect consumes too much. Only the endless resources of a large city can support the development of the sect. The three-eyed man was very troubled, but without hope for a long time. The Heart Shadow Sect will only grow weaker, and more disciples will leave. As the master of the Heart Shadow Sect, I'm only commanding less than 20% of the full complement of disciples from the sect's heyday. The three-eyed man felt powerless too. He was still upholding the true lineage of the Heart Shadow Sect. Those that had split off had long since formed their own factions, even changing their names. My Heart Shadow Sect was a grand faction established by a godly king. Even after the godly king's fall, before the split, there were three primal chaos overlords within the sect. The three-eyed man just felt sad. But with one dead and two escaped, the Heart Shadow Sect, without the protection of the primal chaos realm, kept splintering and losing disciples. Even I have to rely on the protection of Marquis Liu Yin to maintain the Heart Shadow Sect name, the three-eyed man silently said. Marquis Liu Yin is very powerful. Among all the primal chaos realm masters in the Sha Kingdom, he is a terrifying existence that can be ranked in the top 5. The Heart Shadow Sect indeed has a formidable enemy. It led to the death of one and the escape of two among the three primal chaos realm masters of the sect. However, with Marquis Liu Yin merely protecting a group of Heart Shadow Sect disciples below the primal chaos realm, that formidable enemy of the Heart Shadow Sect could only tolerate it. The three-eyed man sensed something, looking to his side as the figure of a blood-red fiery silhouette materialized out of thin air. Marquis, the three-eyed man immediately stood up, showing his utmost respect. Marquis Liu Yin looked at him and said, "Every large city within the territory of the Sha Kingdom has its masters, and there are even branches of great clans and the royal family involved in each of them. I am unable to secure a foundation for your sect. Just for Marquis Liu Yin's protection, we at the Heart Shadow Sect are already endlessly grateful," said the three-eyed man with utmost respect. "Now I'm giving you an opportunity to secure a foundation for your sect," stated Marquis Liu Yin. The three-eyed man's eyes brightened. "Marquis, please command me." He had been waiting for this day. Without the nod from a godly king or primal chaos overlord, the Heart Shadow Sect did not dare to forcefully occupy any large city. There are 3 large cities in the adjoining Zhujiang Primal Chaos Prefecture, to my fief, said Marquis Liu Yin. They are Huyang City, Shuyin City, and Zhujiang City. Among them, the Marquis of Zhujiang lives in Zhujiang City. I need your Heart Shadow Sect to help me capture Huyang City and Shuyin City. As for Zhujiang City, there's no need for you to make a move. Capture 2 large cities. The three-eyed man felt the pressure too. If we attack the Marquis of Zhujiang's fiefs, the Marquis of Zhujiang will likely take action. After all, if they attack the fief of a primal chaos overlord, it would be natural for the opposite party to react. I will bestow upon you a space-time treasure, said Marquis Liu Yin. If the Marquis of Zhujiang takes action, I will utilize this treasure to traverse space-time and arrive directly. I will personally deal with the Marquis of Zhujiang. The three-eyed man breathed a sigh of relief. Rest assured, there is a tacit understanding in the conflict between the Sha Kingdom and Yu Kingdom, and eternal true gods will fight each other, but primal chaos overlords won't easily step in. The Marquis of Zhujiang will do everything possible to mobilize eternal true gods. Unless driven to desperation, it's unlikely for him to take action personally, said Marquis Liu Yin, even if pushed to the brink, and we fully occupy the entire Zhujiang Primal Chaos Prefecture. I doubt he would dare to make a move. The three-eyed man nodded, facing Marquis Liu Yin. The Marquis of Zhujiang is naturally no match. I'm actually somewhat looking forward to his intervention, Marquis Liu Yin commented with anticipation. At their level, they follow strict rules. After all, both the Sha Kingdom and the Yu Kingdom are powerful states. The master of the Sha Kingdom has a special relationship with the Flame-Wind Ancient Country, but the monarch of Yu Country is also a guest elder in the Flame-Wind Ancient Country. Both sides have connections. That is why when Mountain Sitting Guest first fled the land of origin, the Sha Kingdom and Yu Kingdom were situated side by side. Now, as Mountain Sitting Guest has returned and Luo Feng has penetrated the cycle of reincarnation, the Sha Kingdom and Yu Kingdom are still neighbors, with only minor changes in the borderlands. The two great nations dare not easily break the rules, because the price for breaking them would be very, very high. I will give you detailed intelligence on Zhujiang Primal Chaos Prefecture, with a specific emphasis on an eternal true god called Lord Luo He, said Marquis Liu Yin. Yes, the three-eyed man replied, asking, Marquis, after capturing the two large cities, where will the Heart Shadow sect be stationed? Huyang City will be given to you, Marquis Liu Yin said. You only need to give me 20% of the residence fee collected from the citizens of Huyang City every century, and another 20% to the God Kings. You can keep the remaining 60%, and the entire Huyang City. The royal capital won't send a manager, the entire city will be managed by you. Yes, the three-eyed man said, somewhat excited. Apart from having to pay 40% of the residence fee every century, the entire Huyang City would now belong to the Heart Shadow sect, thus providing a solid foundation for its long-term development. A large city, with a vast population, was a source of unending resources. Even though the residence fee was the most important, there were also plenty of other resources to be had. The prerequisite is that you must capture Huyang City and Shuyin City. Marquis Liu Yin said. You need to prepare well, and it would be best to call back some disciples who have left. Zhujiang Primal Chaos Prefecture is not that easy to deal with. Search the novel fire.ne *t website on Google to access chapters of novels early and in the highest quality. I understand, the three-eyed man was very aware of the situation. Although Marquis Zhujiang had Marquis Liu Yin to contend with, the large group of eternal true gods under Marquis Zhujiang's command, as well as the elite forces they could muster, were not to be trifled with. They must call back the disciples who left. To make the Heart Shadow sect strong enough to form a power that overwhelms the opposition. He did not want to capture two large cities only to be severely weakened afterward. Marquis Liu Yin nodded. After all, the Heart Shadow sect was established by a godly king, and even now there are two primal chaos realm fugitives outside, with deep-rooted influence. They should be able to capture Zhujiang Primal Chaos Prefecture, Marquis Liu Yin thought to himself. He would leave such a tough job to the Heart Shadow sect. If a bunch of disciples from the sect died, Marquis Liu Yin would not feel a thing. In Huyang City, within Cave Mansion 913 of the Primal Chaos Armor Sector, this mansion was one of the smaller ones in the sector, inconspicuous, but it had now become one of the most prestigious within the whole of Huyang City. It had many visitors, yet none could even see a glimpse of Lord Luo He. Underground in the ceremonial hall within Star Tower, Morosa was naturally absorbing and digesting the godly body. Luo Feng, through the Flame Wind Association's Dark Hall, was gathering intelligence, comparing it with information from the God King Jin lineage and the Duan Dong River lineage to decide what treasures to buy. As for the primal chaos laws, I still need more time to accumulate. But in terms of willpower, I should be close to making a breakthrough. I'll buy a strange treasure that aids in willpower cultivation first, Luo Feng resolved to himself. If his own willpower could break through to the godly king level, then his ability to deal with danger would greatly increase. Treasures that assist in cultivating willpower are all incredibly expensive, Luo Feng lamented. No option, because his own will was at the peak of primal chaos overlord. Common strange treasures could be ignored for his purposes. He had to buy a treasure used by primal chaos overlords. Naturally, every single one was very expensive. I can only afford one of the cheaper ones. Luo Feng immediately contacted the Flame Wind Association's Dark Hall. I would like to purchase a Calamity Beast diagram. Lord Luo He, the Calamity Beast diagram, is personally rendered by an ancient being of the Flame Wind ancient country. Even just looking at a corner of the Calamity Beast diagram requires a willpower of the Primal Chaos Realm level. If your willpower is below that of the Primal Chaos Realm, even catching a glimpse of a corner would drive you completely mad, the Dark Hall responded. Are you sure you still want to purchase it? I need to buy it, Luo Feng was adamant. Such an expensive item, he had already verified through gathering information. Our Flame Wind Association publicly sells each copy of the Calamity Beast diagram for a fixed price of 15 million cosmic sand, the Dark Hall replied. You just need to pay the fee at any of our Dark Hall branches, and within 10 days, the Calamity Beast diagram will be delivered to you. Luo Feng felt the pain in his wallet. 15 million cosmic sand for one diagram. But there was no choice. Out of the willpower cultivation treasures that primal chaos overlords often used, the Calamity Beast diagram ranked in the top 3 in terms of cost-effectiveness. This top 3, the cheapest was the Calamity Beast diagram. Cheap, effective, with a lower degree of risk. To primal chaos overlords, indeed this price was considered very cheap. Some more expensive treasures could even cost over 100 million cosmic sand. For primal chaos overlords, who owned a fiefdom and had a constant supply of residence fees, even a treasure costing upwards of 100 million cosmic sand was within their means, albeit with some gritted teeth. With my current wealth, this is the best willpower treasure I can afford. Luo Feng felt that compared to primal chaos overlords, he was still too poor. Meanwhile, under the cover of night, an emissary from Marquis Zhu Jiang had already arrived in Huyang City. Brother, the white-haired elder greeted warmly a white-haired youth. To think that Marquis personally sent you on this mission. The Marquis indeed places great importance on this matter. He instructed me personally, so I had to rush here as quickly as possible, the white-haired youth, Jiang Yuyo, said. Big brother, where is Lord Luo He right now? The white-haired elder answered, he's in his cave mansion. After killing Yu Tianshu, Yu Tianyi, and Shui Yun, he first went to collect the bounty at the Flame Wind Pavilion. After that, he returned to his mansion and has refused all visitors. I'm here on behalf of Marquis to meet with him. He won't refuse to see me, Jiang Yuyo asked. It would be embarrassing to be turned away at the mansion gate. Don't worry. I've asked Moyu who to contact his son, Moyu Qingyang, first to make sure everything is in order before we pay a visit, the white-haired elder explained. Luo Feng was sitting in front of the pavilion on the mountaintop, drinking the highly toxic, black marsh fruit wine, while simultaneously practicing the Great Destruction heart refining technique. Only with this practice could he achieve a considerable effect on honing his will. This black marsh fruit wine, the more I drink it, the more I enjoy its taste. Luo Feng liked the sensation that influenced his entire godly body and even his soul. There was no helping it, his godly body had grown increasingly terrifying after 3 body refinements. Whoosh! Moyu Qingyang soared up the mountain and said respectfully, "Master, the city owner's mansion has sent a message. Marquis of Zhujiang has dispatched an envoy who wishes to visit you." An envoy from the Marquis of Zhujiang? Luo Feng was surprised. "Master, do you wish to see him?" Moyu Qingyang asked. "Of course, I should. Your master isn't so arrogant as to snub a marquis," Luo Feng said with a smile. "Tell the city owner's mansion that my place welcomes the envoy at any time." Indeed, many had come to visit him tonight, and Luo Feng had refused all of them before. Within Huyang City, there was a mix of dragons and fish, so many eternal true gods from various powers that Luo Feng actually looked down upon. However, many of these powers had branches in Huyang City affiliated with the great forces of the land of origin. Behind these forces might be entities at the primal chaos realm, or even godly kings. Therefore, Luo Feng did not want to involve himself too deeply with the branches of these great forces. Getting too involved often meant losing control of one's own fate. The best way was to keep a distance from them right from the start. These branches' eternal true gods held low status and couldn't offer good conditions. Besides, there would be many affairs to deal with. Emperor Chu Yu held a high status and could offer sufficiently attractive conditions, which moved Luo Feng. Of course, only after Emperor Chu Yu and Luo Feng had both advanced to the primal chaos realm through the law lineage would Emperor Chu Yu's invitation become a possibility. Personal talent is important, but external resources are equally vital. Luo Feng was clear on this. Even for him, he might not have reached where he was today without the resources given by his mentor, the mountain-sitting guest. In the land of origin, the most precious resources were controlled by the 2 ancient countries. With the assistance of imperial clan resources of the flame-wind ancient country, I could grow even higher. Only then could I be more confident about helping my mentor deal with great enemies. Mo Li Meng, accompanied by the silver-haired young man, Jiang Yuyo, came to visit Luo Feng, and among the 5 great families, Mo Li Meng was the most familiar with Luo Feng. "Please." Inside the pavilion atop the mountain, Luo Feng, Jiang Yuyo, and Mo Li Meng took their seats. Commander Jiang is one of the 4 trusted aides of the Marquis and holds a position in Zhujiang City that is above many generals, Mo Li Meng introduced from the side. Luo Feng nodded. "I have heard of Commander Jiang's name even here in Huyang City." He did not wish to live under the primal chaos overlord's scrutiny, but he was familiar with the basic information about Zhujiang City. The core military forces of Zhujiang City were commanded by 4 trusted aides and 16 generals, making it much stronger than the forces of either Huyang City or Shuin City. Compared to brother Luo He, I fall far behind, the silver-haired young Jiang Yuyo said with a smile. His strength was comparable to that of Mo Li Xiao, both far from the likes of General Yong or Shui Yun. In the entire Yu Kingdom, there are few who can compare to brother Luo He, Mo Li Meng also flattered. "Commander Jiang, you've come in such a hurry tonight?" Luo Feng asked him. Jiang Yuya replied, "Brother Luo He, your defeat of Yu Qianshu, Yu Qianyi, and Shui Yun was reported to the Marquis, who was overjoyed. He immediately ordered me to rush to Huyang City overnight, and hand this list to brother Luo He, from which you may choose any one item." As he spoke, Jiang Yuyo took out a scroll, which flew in front of Luo Feng. Unfolding the scroll, Luo Feng took a glance. Void 9 Refinements Secret Manual 1st Volume, Godly King Level Inheritance. 7 Meteor Killing Method, a complete Primal Chaos Realm inheritance. There were descriptions for 9 inheritances in total. Aside from the first one, Void 9 Refinement's Secret Manual First Volume, which was a Godly King level inheritance. The rest were all Primal Chaos Realm inheritances. Luo Feng marveled inwardly, for the Marquis of Zhujiang had indeed been generous. After all, even the Duandong River lineage only had a total of 3 Godly King level inheritances. The Marquis of Zhujiang himself likely mastered several Godly King level inheritances. Of those available for him to impart, perhaps this was the only one. This Void 9 Refinement's Secret Manual First Volume, just from the name, one could infer it's related to the Great Tao of Void origin, which isn't very suitable for me, Luo Feng thought to himself. As one who inherited 2 lineages, Luo Feng was very clear on this matter. Primal Chaos Realm sovereigns mastered the law of Primal Chaos. S-tilde-ea the novelfire.net website, on Google to access chapters of novels early and in the highest quality. To become a Godly King, one must comprehend the origin Great Tao contained within supreme rules, like the Sector Beast Morosa, who was born with the Great Tao of Destruction origin. Luo Feng had not studied the Void lineage in depth, and did not plan on pursuing that path. Among these 9 inheritances, you, Brother Luo He, may choose anyone. Each one is of immense value, especially the Void 9 Refinement's Secret Manual First Volume. That is a Godly King level inheritance, truly a rare opportunity, Jiang Yuyo said. The Marquis values Brother Luo He greatly, and is willing to nurture you with all his might. If you choose none of these inheritances, you can also select 10 million cosmic sand. After thinking for a moment, Luo Feng said, 10 million cosmic sand then. Jiang Yuyo seemed slightly startled. He chose neither the Godly King level inheritance. Indeed, as the Marquis had speculated, such an impressive eternal true God must already possess a powerful inheritance. All right, the Marquis will personally deliver the 10 million cosmic sand to you through the Flame Wind Pavilion, Jiang Yuyo said. Please thank the Marquis on my behalf, Luo Feng said. The Marquis also personally contacted the monarch of Yu country about you, Jiang Yuyo mentioned. The monarch was also pleased that Yu Kingdom has such an outstanding talent like you, Brother Luo He. He said it won't be long before an opportunity arises, and at that time, the monarch will send an envoy with it for Brother Luo He. Luo Feng promptly rose to his feet. Please convey my thanks to the Marquis and to the monarch. Without the Marquis of Zhujiang pushing the matter, it might have taken some time for conflicts involving eternal true gods to reach the monarch. With the Marquis reporting personally, for the sake of giving face to his subordinate in the Primal Chaos realm, the monarch of Yu country would surely make some kind of gesture. So for this, I really must thank the Marquis, as well as the monarch of Yu country. The good intentions of a Godly King cannot be ignored by Luo Feng, as if he were an uninvolved deity. Brother Luo, he has contributed so much to Huyang City, receiving these rewards is only natural. The Marquis has always been this way, whoever earns merit points, the Marquis will never let them go unrewarded, said Jiang Yuyo. However, the Marquis Liu Yin of Shi Kingdom will probably not let this go. If Huyang City encounters trouble again, I'm afraid we'll still need Brother Luo his help. Luo Feng smiled and said, how much can the effort of one person affect the situation? In the end, it still depends on the city owner's mansion. Please rest assured about the conflicts between Shi Kingdom and Yu Kingdom, Brother Luo He. The eternal true gods will not bully the weak in their struggles in the Primal Chaos realm, Jiang Yuyo explained. Otherwise, if both sides were to bully the weaker ones, they would have already fought to the point of causing the sky to collapse and the earth to crack. I understand, Luo Feng nodded. This was an unspoken rule, not just in Yu Kingdom and Shi Kingdom, but across the entire land of origin. An eternal true god, unless unprovoked, the primal chaos overlord, for the sake of face, would not target the weak. But in cases like Yin Kang's, where one has killed the offspring of a primal chaos overlord, it would be normal for the outraged primal chaos overlord to take action personally. Or when primal chaos overlords kill each other in battle, one of them, in a bid to save their own life, naturally can do anything. Slaughtering innocents to force the opponent to stop, swallowing a large city whole to restore divine power. In the face of survival, no amount of face matters anymore. Having received 10 million cosmic sand from Marquis of Zhujiang, Luo Feng felt his hands were a little freer. 5 days later, the catastrophe beast diagram he purchased arrived. Deputy Pavilion Master. Luo Feng received him politely. The figure enshrouded in grey mist, the Deputy Pavilion Master, walked in and handed a scroll shimmering with starlight to Luo Feng. Luo He, this is the catastrophe beast diagram. Since you dared to buy it, you should already know about some taboos related to comprehending the catastrophe beast diagram. Yes, Luo Feng nodded. As a well-known treasure for wool cultivation, both of his inherited lineages had detailed introductions to it. Moreover, having reached the pinnacle will of primal chaos realm, the dangers of comprehension had already been greatly reduced. The catastrophe beast diagram was personally drawn by an emperor of the flame-wind ancient country. The imperial clansmen understand very well how to comprehend the catastrophe beast diagram, the Deputy Pavilion Master said with a smile. Normally, the secret techniques for comprehension are only passed within the large families of the flame-wind ancient country, and are not easily spread to smaller nations. This is a void diagram that complements the catastrophe beast diagram. When combined with the two diagrams and used in conjunction with the secret technique, the effects of wool cultivation are the best, the Deputy Pavilion Master said, as he took out another scroll of the void diagram. Even when the void diagram was rolled up, it seemed to contain boundless space and time. This void diagram, Luo Feng was amazed. The void diagram, only members of the imperial clan may apply to purchase. It was the Pavilion Master who bought it for you, and quite cheaply at that. Only 1 million cosmic sand, the Deputy Pavilion Master said with a smile. You must use the void diagram to comprehend the secret technique for it to be effective. Luo Feng's transmission token also received a copy of the secret technique. The void diagram and the secret technique for comprehension are gifts from the Pavilion Master to you, said the Deputy Pavilion Master. Please thank the Pavilion Master for me, Luo Feng said gratefully. The catastrophe beast diagram was not restricted from being sold to outsiders, but the matching void diagram was only available to imperial clansmen, greatly restricting the distribution range. In this world, in the end, it's still about strength. Having shown sufficient strength, both the clansmen from Yu Kingdom and the imperial clansmen of Flame-Wind ancient country extended olive branches to him. After the Deputy Pavilion Master left, Luo Feng immediately went into closed-door cultivation to comprehend the catastrophe beast diagram inside the Star Tower. Whoosh! Both the catastrophe beast diagram and the void diagram floated in the air, with the void diagram perfectly superimposed on the catastrophe beast diagram. Based on the information I had before, to comprehend the catastrophe beast diagram, one should start from the edges and gradually expand the area of comprehension, until eventually taking in the entire scroll. Luo Feng looked at the catastrophe beast diagram before him. But the method used by the imperial clan of the Flame-Wind ancient country is to combine it with the void diagram. Covering the catastrophe beast diagram with the void diagram reflects it across 3,000 layers of the void, creating different scrolls for different layers. After comprehending the 3,000 void catastrophe beast diagram, comprehending the complete catastrophe beast diagram will yield much stronger effects. Luo Feng observed the first layer of the void diagram, which reflected the catastrophe beast diagram. The first layer showed a fierce and terrifying exotic beast undergoing countless calamities. With each calamity that befell it, the beast continually transformed. After passing through numerous calamities, the fierce and terrifying exotic beast became dazzlingly brilliant, even producing a light so bright it shone like the sun. This light was the light of the spirit, shining upon Luo Feng's own spirit. Just this first layer of the scroll already required the will of the primal chaos realm to withstand. As Luo Feng watched, he felt as if he himself had become the exotic beast, enduring the calamities. The portrayal of the catastrophe beast in the drawing and the actual calamities were worlds apart, and after being reflected across 3,000 layers by the void diagram, it was weakened by billions of times. By the time it reached Luo Feng's spirit, it had already become very weak, merely allowing Luo Feng to savor a taste of it. By the time he had experienced the entire first layer of the scroll, it was already daylight outside. Is this the fundamental sentiment of the catastrophe beast diagram? To let me understand in advance. Luo Feng immediately began to comprehend the scroll of the second layer of the void that was being reflected, which was enveloped by an endless sense of death. The 3000 void catastrophe beast diagram allows understanding of the catastrophe beast diagram from different angles. The first layer, the fundamental sentiment layer. The second layer, the despair layer of endless death. The third layer, the calm nightmare layer. Fortunately, Luo Feng's own spiritual will was strong enough that he could immerse himself in comprehending each layer one by one. He felt as if he had transformed into a catastrophe beast, going through the trials of each layer. This video will end here.